The evolution of jet engines in the 1940s did not produce range sufficient for bomber escort. The McDonnell XP-85 Goblin was designed as a small Parasite fighter to be carried into combat by the emerging B-36 intercontinental bomber. To fit completely within the fuselage of the B-36, the Goblin used folding wings with a span barely over 21 feet, with 34-degree sweepback. The egg-shaped fighter was only 14.8 feet long. A pressurized cockpit, self-sealing fuel tanks, and an ejection seat were designed into the XP-85. A big retracting hook on the nose of the jet was meant to engage the bomber's trapeze mechanism for launch and recovery of the Goblin. The intended operational B-36 mothership would have stowed 5 tons of fuel, supplies, and equipment for the Goblin. The Parasite fighter was envisioned to be able to return to its mothership to refuel and rearm twice during a mission. Operational pilots were to be limited to a maximum height of 5 feet 8 inches and a weight of 200 pounds with full equipment. Notional operational use included the possibility of putting the Goblin in one bomb bay of the B-36 with a reduced bomb load in the second bay. Another concept involved the use of carrier mothership B-36s within a formation holding 3 Goblins each and no bomb load. The evolution of strategic bombing and defense rendered all of these ideas moot. The small jet had no room for landing gear. Its operational life depended on successful trapeze launch and recovery. The 2 test airframes had emergency landing skids just in case. The Goblin's single Westinghouse J-34 jet engine was optimistically expected to give the fighter a top speed more than 500 knots. As the project developed, Air Force nomenclature changed and the jet became the XF-85. 2 airframes were built. To test the concept, a B-29 was modified to be the mothership with a trapeze mechanism. On 23 August 1948, the XF-85's pilot barely avoided serious mishap when part of the mothership trapeze smashed the canopy of the Goblin on its first free flight. The landing skid allowed a safe return to Earth on a dry lake bed. On 8 March 1949, the trapeze was damaged during a mission, and again the Goblin descended to land on its skid on Rogers Dry Lake. A majority of Goblin free flights ended in skid landings when recovery in the B-29 mothership could not be effected. The last XF-85 flight on 8 April 1949 resulted in a lakebed landing after 3 attempts to catch the trapeze. The skid run on the lakebed could be as long as 1,400 feet. The program had obvious issues. If a trained test pilot had serious difficulty making trapeze engagements, how would rank-and-file pilots fare? Meanwhile, traditional jet fighter performance continued to accelerate to the point where the Goblin's competitiveness in battle came under question. Goblin officially ended in October 1949.